Hey guys, it's me, Lori, and this is Loving Lori. So today I want to talk about three things, I guess. Three things. First, going forward, I think I'm gonna change the way I do my videos. Today's will be SimCom still, but I think I'll probably switch it up depending on like how I'm feeling that day or what I'm talking about or whatever. But I was trying to be fair by doing SimCom so deaf people or hard of hearing people could understand while I talk, but at the same time, hearing people are still understanding a lot more. So I think what I'm gonna do going forward is that some of my videos will be all ASL, some will be with SimCom, and then some will be just talking and captions. So that way it's fair all around and I'm not choosing one or the other or whatever. But I think that'll be more fun for me anyway, because I'll be able to practice my ASL and not have to think so much about the SimCom, because SimComming is so hard. Not only hard to understand for some deaf or hard of hearing people, but hard for me to talk and sign at the same time. So today I wanted to talk about how I'm finding myself again and how I've lost myself within relationships. So I've never really talked too much about my past relationships. I've had three. So the first one is a guy. I was with him for 7 years. The second, it was never, I guess, really like official. But we lived together, we did everything together, so it was just me being scared to label it because it was the first girl I dated, the first girl I was with. And that lasted almost 2 years. So it was about a year and a half or a little bit more than half. And then the third was the last relationship I was with, my ex-girlfriend. I think the only relationship I've been completely myself and not lost myself in was the second relationship. It was a lot easier to be myself. It was good, but it's also one of the reasons that it didn't last, I guess. Not because I was myself, but because of the fact that I wasn't feeling that attraction or that in love feeling closer to the end of that. And I think I'm used to changing for people, I guess. I've always done it. And that started before I was in relationships. It started when I was younger. So when my parents got divorced, I remember that moment of my mom and my dad sitting down and talking to me and my sister, Nicole, and telling us that they were getting a separation and how we felt about that. And I remember sitting there and thinking and understanding, okay, that's what they needed to talk to us about, but I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be okay. And that moment, I remember realizing I have to grow up now. And with that, I honestly think I did grow up in that moment. I didn't allow myself to be a kid anymore. And I remember seeing my parents' facial expressions and seeing that they were worried about how, I guess, it was going to affect us. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, this is it. I need to put on like a brave face and tell them that I'm okay, I understand, and that's it. So that's exactly what I did. I sat there, my mom asked me, are you okay? Do you have any questions? Do you want to talk about how you're feeling? And I looked at her and I said, no, I'm fine, thank you. Can I go now? Because my cousins were all at my grandma's and I really wanted to go and see them. But that moment, she said, okay, are you sure? Do you want to talk about it? No, I'm okay. Okay, that's fine. You can go. So then I run, I get to my grandma's, and when I get there, I see my grandma, and my grandma hugs me, and that moment, I just start crying and crying and crying, and I honestly don't remember anything past that moment. So my grandma's somebody that I can let down my guard and my defenses. I'm awful at spelling, so sorry. And it's been like that ever since that since that happened. And from that moment, I think I started to teach myself to be what other people wanted. In many different ways, I've always still, like, deep down inside been myself, but in a lot of different ways, I started to learn to fit in to people's personalities and who they wanted me to be. And then when I met my boyfriend in high school, my ex now, I thought he was so cool, and I wanted to be who he wanted. I wanted to match whatever, like, energy, whatever personality, and I started doing that because I liked him so much. I thought he was so cute, and I really wanted to be that person for him. And I think a lot of the love that I wasn't getting from my parents or from myself, or just that lack of love that I felt, I wanted it from him. And I think I've done that with all three of my partners. It's not fair, it's not right, and I think that's what I'm learning now at this moment, like looking back and realizing what I've done and the patterns and matching all of their personalities in a way for the relationships to work out the way I wanted it to, which meant like love and marriage and a wedding and a family and whatever I saw in the future. So with him, just whatever music he liked, I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to whatever he likes and what he wants. And then his mom, I love her so much. I still do. If you're watching, I love you. But then I fell in love with his family also. So that was amazing at that time. I'm so glad that his mom was there for me, because it wasn't easy. I had a lot of hard days, and she was like another mom to me, and I appreciate her so much. I'd never be able to pay her back for everything that she's given me. Love, friendship, just listening to me. I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. And then my second relationship, I think that was the easiest one to be myself in. I still wanted to please people, but at the same time, I think she allowed me to be myself. But it was the opposite, where I think she wasn't, and I don't know, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think she wasn't herself all of the time, and I was very controlling, and she allowed me, like, me to be. And I remember one time I was so angry, and we were arguing, or I was arguing, and I said something really mean. And I looked at her and I told her, because she didn't say anything to me, she didn't tell me like, that's mean, that's wrong, nothing. And I looked at her and I said, why aren't you telling me that I'm mean? Why aren't you calling me the B word? Why aren't you telling me like to be quiet? And she looked at me and she told me, because I know that's the way you deal with things, and I understand you had a bad day, and I understand that's how you process and deal with anger. So I take it, and I'm not taking it personally. And at that moment, I realized it's not fair for me to put all of that on her, and I wasn't giving her what she deserves. And she honestly deserves so much. You really do. I don't know if you realize this yet, but you deserve everything, a lot, everything. And I really hope you find that. And then my third relationship, in the beginning, everything was about me. Me, what I wanted, whatever I thought, whatever way I wanted the room moved, or whatever time a party started, we had to be there at that time, because everything was about me. And then it started to change. We were arguing a lot, and then because I feared losing the relationship, and this one and my first relationship, the moment with both, the moment I felt I was losing the relationship, I lost myself. I let go of, I don't know, not my free will, but I let go of my boundaries. And at that moment, I put her first. I put him first, and that's not right. I was wrong in doing that. I don't regret it, but that was wrong. And it's taken me a long time to realize that in my future relationship, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying now to figure out how to be so secure in myself that I'm not gonna lose myself. And if I feel like, okay, I'm starting to lose myself, what are the steps I need to take to step back and not change because I'm scared of losing somebody? Putting somebody before you, yes, I agree to, like, I guess with a limit, it's love, but doing that every day is not love. And putting yourself on the back burner every day because you're scared of losing someone or something, that's not okay. And if I can help anyone going through a hard time with their relationship, understand that with yourself, if you're not healthy and you're not happy and you're not satisfied, how do you expect the other person to give you things that you don't give yourself? And sometimes people are sick or you're going through a rough time in the relationship. That's gonna happen. But understand moments and like sections of relationships going through hard times, but not months, not putting yourself behind another person for a long time. That's not okay. It's something that I needed to learn, and I strongly believe that I went through everything with my last relationship that was very similar to my first, because I didn't learn the lessons the first time. So God needed to, remind me that I need to love myself. I need to give myself worth. I need to accept myself. I need to learn to love in a healthy way. And I think if I could go back and tell myself something in the beginning of this last relationship, I would tell myself, everything is going to be okay. You need to trust and you need to let go of the thought of being scared to lose somebody, and let go of the thought that people will always leave your life. Because if we hold on to negative thinking, that's exactly what God is going to give us. Because you're constantly thinking negative, then the world will give you negative things. And I honestly believe that whatever mindset you have, you will always find a way to confirm that. So I'm happy that I went through everything this last 2 years. It was very painful, but I have learned so much about myself, about how a relationship should work, how loving I am, just as a person, and that I need to love myself more. Not just other people, but that love that I gave to her, it's my turn. I need to love myself that much. I need to give myself that attention. I need to support myself that much. And losing yourself in lust and in a new relationship. That's going to happen, and that's okay. I'm honestly really excited for this new chapter. Yes, I don't know, but chapter in my life, and I'm excited to feel like the butterflies and the happiness and just like all the excitement with dating new people and falling in love again. Like, I'm really excited to fall in love because I love. And I'm glad I learned this, and I'm glad I'm giving myself the time, the space to understand and accept the things that I did wrong or the things that I need to change before starting a new relationship. Because if I don't look back and analyze like each relationship, I'm just gonna continue to do the same things, and I don't want that. I want the next relationship I'm in to be the person I'm marrying, to be the person that I know I'm gonna spend my life with. And I'm hoping that's what happens, but if it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's okay. I'm gonna get through it just like I've gotten through that one, and that one. So I don't know. I feel like this has been like a ramble of different things, but I'm ready to not lose myself again. And I hope you guys understand that it's really important to not lose yourself and to keep figuring out who you are. And you will change, and you will change in a relationship. People change you. You grow together, you grow apart. And even in a relationship where you grow apart, sometimes you grow at different levels, but that's okay. If you love each other, you'll figure out how to make it work. And if you grow apart, that's okay too. Letting go is hard, but you can do it. And it's not easy. Life isn't easy. Love isn't always easy and happy and good thoughts. And when you really love somebody, sometimes it comes with pain. Because their definition of love maybe isn't the same, or the way they love you isn't the same. And love doesn't give you an excuse to put yourself second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. So remember, don't lose yourself. If you feel like you're losing yourself, stop, think about it, analyze it, and try to figure out how you can make yourself whole again. Yeah, that's my thought for today. I did want to say that I know my last few videos I forgot to mention, but I wanted to say that I'm gonna try to clean up my room or look good, presentable, I don't know. And but at the same time, I don't want to be like everyone else and think like, okay, I have to do this or I have to do that, because who wants to watch a video if my bed's not made or whatever. My whole point of making videos, first, is for myself because I feel like it's helping me heal, but second is to be honest and real. And sometimes I don't want to make my bed. Sometimes I'm not gonna have makeup on. Sometimes I don't want to do my hair. Duh. But that I just wanted to mention that not every time is it going to be a perfect look. Like, my bed's a little messy today, but that's okay, and I'm okay with that. That's life, and it's my life, and yeah, I'm not gonna apologize for that. But yeah, okay, love you guys.